This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, thunder and lightning fails to deter revellers from attending the annual Vogel Street Party. Invercargill City Library staff strike a pose, making international headlines. And ghost soldiers walk the streets of Dunedin in recognition of the Battle of Passchendaele. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. Dunedin's weekend thunder and lightning didn't deter thousands of people from attending the annual Vogel Street Party. Numbers were slightly down on last year's crowd of 15,000.
Stilt walkers, silent discos and the South Today's own Daryl Baser were just some of the attractions at this year's Vogel Street Party. The heavens opened shortly after the 3 p.m. start, which didn't stop hardy Dunedinites from having a good time. Stages hosting 48 different acts, stalls and food were offered outdoors, and the public was also offered a glimpse inside some of the historic buildings in the Vogel Street precinct. Fewer old buildings were open to the public this year, as more are currently being redeveloped. For the first time, lanterns from Dunedin's Midwinter Carnival were on display. The entry fee to the party will be used to help find a permanent space to display the lanterns. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Women considering pregnancy who are pregnant or are breastfeeding are recommended to take an iodine supplement each day containing 150 micrograms of this trace mineral. Lead researcher Andrew Reynolds says he and his colleagues asked women from all over the country to tell them what supplements they were taking and when. The new study, appearing in the Australian and New Zealand Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology, research has shown iodine is important for optimal fetal and infant brain development, including their IQ later in life. Invercargill's librarians have made international headlines over the weekend. To mark the 10th anniversary of American television series Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the Invercargill City Libraries and Archives staff posed for a tongue-in-cheek photo shoot. Sharon Rees has more.
In August, the Kardashians posed for this cover shot for The Hollywood Reporter. And on Saturday, the staff of the Invercargill City Library made this humorous recreation. Both versions have gone viral. The Invercargill made copy shared over 3,000 times and receiving over 7,000 likes on Facebook, also hitting the entertainment media around the world.
We're all just buzzing, really excited. It's great to have the library being talked about, and that's our goal.
The library is known for posting quirky videos, including things librarians never say.
It'd be great if you ran up the down escalator, because it would be so funny!
And their own take on the Men in Black. Magus says the videos are a way of promoting the library and its services.
We just want to show that we're fun, and libraries have so much for our community, and just by doing these quirky things, people remember we're here and might come along and see all the great stuff we've got to offer.
She says the videos help to break an old stereotype surrounding librarians.
Our librarians are such different walks of life, different ages and genders and demographics, and I don't think anybody here fits that category of the lady with the bun telling you to be quiet, and so it's good for us to show the world that.
The team are already working on their next video and say there are possibilities of a fundraising calendar to follow up the famous Kardashian photo. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Riders Against Teenage Suicide streamed into Dunedin on Saturday in support of the Life Matters Suicide Prevention Trust. The roar of motorcycles was heard throughout the central city as the bikes made their way to the Octagon. The ride raised over $1,200, which will help the trust promote its call for a national mental health inquiry. Ghost soldiers walked the streets of Dunedin on Saturday in recognition of the Battle of Passchendaele 100 years ago. The South Today found out more.
If they looked spooky, that was the intent. These ghost soldiers walked through the malls along Dunedin's main street, not speaking to anyone, quietly handing out bereavement cards, each one carrying the name of one of the Otago soldiers from amongst the 1,176 New Zealanders who died 100 years ago in the mud of Passchendaele in France.
That's wonderful. My husband's great uncle was one, so I thought I might have got his name. I've got a man from Otago.
Organiser Lieutenant Colonel Amanda Jane Brosnan said the live action tribute was inspired by experiences of bereaved families at the time.
This concept was based around the stories that came back at the time of people seeing their dead relatives in the streets of their town, their village, whatever, at least ghosts of soldiers who had died. So that whole ghost soldiers idea is what we're trying to portray. So these are people from another dimension, another world. They're not interacting with the living people around them. They're just here, just being, and just wandering through the streets.
The people playing the ghost soldiers came from a mixture of contemporary soldiers and local actors. Second Lieutenant Daniel Ledley Palmer said they could see there was a difference in comprehension between generations of public.
Some people were actually quite moved by it. The sort of older generation came up to me and talked about how their relatives, fathers, grandfathers, had fought in that war specifically Passchendaele. And then there was sort of a naivety from some of the younger ones, so it was good to sort of introduce them to that kind of idea, especially since it's the 100th anniversary.
Tapanui military historian Dr. Aaron Fox supplied the majority of the uniforms from his personal collection. Ledley Palmer did notice the rugged wool garments were different to modern clothes.
It was a bit itchy, but it's raining out there, so it was a bit warmer than something else I could have worn.
The Ghost Soldiers concept was inspired by a similar one held in Britain for those who died in the Somme. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, the spring show season gets underway with the 147th Ellesmere A&P show in Leeston.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. Just think, 80 years ago, this year, my grandfather set up Alex Campbell Menswear right on Cargill's Corner in South Dunedin. We've had some great years, bringing Otago and Southland the very best of menswear for both business and everyday needs.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
The University of Otago. Usually the atmosphere is charged with the energy of student life. But this week is the week before exams.
Hey, Tane. Not now, man. I'm panicking.
Come on, mate. I know just what you need.
In here?
No. Is this it?
No. This is the place to ease your stress.
Hey, Tane. Fancy a little cuddle?
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Welcome back. The spring show season got underway on Saturday with the 147th Ellesmere A&P show held at the rural Canterbury town of Leeston. The Ellesmere show is the first of the new season and the first opportunity for local breeders to get together and compete against each other ahead of the main event at the Canterbury A&P show at Christchurch next month.
The 147th annual Ellesmere show had everything from equestrian to livestock classes, including sheep, beef and dairy cattle, grain, seed and fleece competitions, and a vintage machinery display. Local talent was also on show with the first ever Selwyn's Got Talent competition, featuring Selwyn Mayor Sam Broughton among the judges. This year's Canterbury A&P Association President Peter Gilbert, who was born and bred in the Ellesmere district, was among competitors lining up in the dairy cattle section alongside his three sons. The Gilbert family enjoyed success, winning a stack of awards.
We did really well actually, so we, for the first time ever we got champion in all three breeds in the dairy, so it was outstanding really. Yeah, and we got champion dairy cow, so yeah, really good day.
Peter Gilbert is hoping for more success next month when the Canterbury A&P show hosts a royal event in the dairy section. Whoever said poultry fancying is a safe pastime probably hasn't met the bird, which is being held by poultry judge and Ashburton Fanciers Society President John Taylor.
With holding this game, you want a reasonably nice bird to handle, nice in the hand. He's a bit vicious, tries to eat me all the time. You want the wings to clip back in nice. He's a bit wound up. He doesn't quite flick back in. You want them to flick back in tight up here. Both wings to clip around neatly there, and nice full flowing tail. That's always nice to have. A lot of them don't have that, but yes, he likes my eye, likes the hand. You know, a nice head. Of course, they're dubbed for the game fowl, and a nice bright eye to go with it. Just tops him off as a nice bird.
Taylor was part of the movie about bird fancying called Pecking Order. The next major event on the rural calendar is the Canterbury A&P show, which is the biggest agricultural show in Aotearoa. This year's show is due to kick off at the Canterbury Agricultural Park near Wigram on November the 15th, then runs for 2 days during New Zealand Cup and Show Week. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, a multi-car collision in Oamaru results in a woman being sent to hospital with moderate injuries, and young mountain bikers come from all over the South Island to take on Dunedin's Signal Hill.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. Just think, 80 years ago, this year, my grandfather set up Alex Campbell Menswear right on Cargill's Corner in South Dunedin. We've had some great years, bringing Otago and Southland the very best of menswear for both business and everyday needs.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
For 3 generations, the Kilpatrick family have ensured Jimmy's pies are still world famous in the South Island. Made to an old family recipe, Jimmy's pies have been one of New Zealand's traditional takeaway foods, prepared daily on the premises alongside a range of savouries, sausage rolls and cakes. Jimmy's pies are distributed throughout the lower South Island. Jimmy's pies are sure to satisfy your travelling munchies.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Thanks for staying with us. A multi-car collision in Oamaru on Friday resulted in one woman going to hospital with moderate injuries. A car was propelled into Oamaru's Salvation Army North End family store, smashing into the shop's front window. The driver of the shunted car was taken to hospital with minor injuries. Store manager Leighton McLeay said he thought no one in the store was put at risk by the broken glass. The other car in the collision spun around and smashed into a parked car on the far side of the road. Saturday saw young people from all over the South Island race their mountain bikes down Dunedin's Signal Hill. The South Today had a camera operator amongst the action.
The Signal Hill downhill mountain biking course behind Logan Park High School was where the high-speed downhill leg of this year's South Island Schools Mountain Bike Championships were held on Saturday. Kate Brown took the title as fastest girl on the day and winner of the under-20 title. The overall fastest time down the course was achieved by Bradley Harris, which was 30 seconds faster than any other competitor on the day, and helped him win the under-17 boys title. The competition's host, Mountain Bike Otago, says that Signal Hill provides a challenging course for competitive riders, as well as introducing new riders to a fun racing experience. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Dunedin's weekend thunder and lightning didn't deter thousands of people from attending the annual Vogel Street Party. Invercargill's librarians have made international headlines over the weekend, marking the 10th anniversary of American television series Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And ghost soldiers walked the streets of Dunedin on Saturday in recognition of the Battle of Passchendaele 100 years ago. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Phil Somerville. So
Yes,
what news
hi,
have you got
Melissa.
for us?
Oh, well, lots as usual. Perhaps we'll start with a business moving into Invermay. There is some life in Invermay after all. Of course, with the AgResearch job cuts, Dunedin was, to put it mildly, and justifiably annoyed at what was going on, but looks like there is some life out there, and farm reporter Sally Ray's written a nice story about a business going in there and what's happening, so that's good.
It's so nice to see a building like that not wasted, because obviously I think
Oh,
they
it's
had an
flash.
upgrade.
It did. It had a big makeover a few years ago. From Oamaru, there's a sad story, the court appearance of the 88-year-old man whose car went up on the footpath and killed a person. A court report from there. Back to Dunedin, the DCC's resident survey, the annual one's come out. It's looking a bit more positive than usual. Well, it's just slightly up on usual, but better than it's been in the past, so that's encouraging for the council. Some interesting comments. Apparently people do want more cycleways, but also want more parking. It's sometimes hard to achieve both.
So it's going to be that wonderful sort of like try and negotiate which one gets their sort of views across, and like you can't have both.
Well, yes, I mean at the moment what the council is trying to do is do best by both, so we'll see how that works out.
Not an easy job for the council.
No. In Mosgiel there's a dispute about a tree on a boundary. They always cause, those sort of things can cause a lot of angst.
Those are the start of neighbour wars.
But it's up there in that sort of category.
Oh dear.
Fairfield Schools had a big makeover and that got opened today. A cute story, apparently a little girl just starting school opened the big improvements, so that'll be something for her to remember the rest of her life.
I know, mum to pull out at her 21st.
New street art in North East Valley.
Yeah.
A big kaka on one of the buildings and another mural planned as well. We're really murals all over the place. They're really becoming a mark for Dunedin.
And they could start doing those tours, or they already do some tours. Yeah, tours, so right. It looks fantastic.
So, you know, we as a newspaper, we might stand back and in the next few months have another look at where we're at with all these amazing murals around the place. There's more on the jet boat driver from Glenorchy who was killed.
Yeah, very sad. One.
The Earnslaw turns 105 on Wednesday. That's amazing. The Earnslaw on the lake. And America's Cup was in Wanaka, and there's a nice picture of it at Mount Aspiring High School. And I thought, just finish, I'll pop to the opinion page where Colin James, he's really New Zealand's leading political commentator. He's not talking about the coalition as such. He's talking about our foreign policy challenges in the years ahead, whoever is the government.
Well, that's something to digest tomorrow in tomorrow's ODT. Thank you, Phil. And now time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silberhorn Collagen Plus.
Looking at the situation, a cold southwesterly airflow will bring some showers tomorrow, but clearing weather too, with fine days expected on Wednesday and Thursday as an anticyclone moves on to New Zealand. To the southern outlook, Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden, fresh southwesterlies, a few showers and 11 degrees for all of you. To the central outlook, Alexandra, Queenstown, Te Anau and Wanaka, moderate southwesterlies, fine, and again 13 degrees with Te Anau 11. To the northern outlook, inland it will be fine and 13 degrees for both Marama and Twizel. To the coast, it's cloud and 15 for Timaru and a risk of showers and 13 degrees for Oamaru. Here in Dunedin tonight, cloudy with showers developing with an overnight low of 7 degrees. Tomorrow's showers, but a few sunny periods developing during the afternoon and showers clearing by evening. Fresh, gusty, cold southwesterlies at 11 and 1 degrees. And it's fine on Wednesday with some cloud and cool southwesterlies dying out, 15 and 7. And in Invercargill tonight, showers developing with an overnight low of 5. Tomorrow, showers clearing during the day with sunny periods increasing during the afternoon. Fresh, gusty, cold southwesterlies easing slowly. Light frost possible tomorrow night, 10 and 0. And it's fine and sunny on Wednesday with light westerly winds, 14 and 6 degrees. And that's our news for this Monday. For the latest news from the Southern Region, you can follow us on Facebook and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you all have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.